Hey guys, this is Garo with Gannet Dive Company. I was just reading on Spearing Forum that there are some issues coiling float lines and having them tangle up quite a bit. I've had that issue as well, and I figure I'd put together a short video. We're going to put together a more professional video of an overview of how to use our float lines and the features of them. But for now, I figured the best way to kind of describe the techniques that we've learned is just this raw video basically. So a couple things. When you first get a float line, usually they're coiled on coilers from the factory. We do it in our factory. Gives it a nice round shape. We zip tie it all together. It looks great. But when you get it at home and you clip all the zip ties off and you unravel it, what you're doing is actually creating a half twist in each coil when you unravel it, because it's not coming off the spool the same way it went on, if that makes any sense. So the first thing you want to do is just lay the whole thing out on your lawn, have your buddy hold one side, you hold the other side, and you'll see that they're kind of half twists in your line and actually might turn out to be full or even multiple twists in your line when that's happening. So just turn the line in the direction the twists are and uncoil the whole line and straighten it out. If you're on a boat, just pay the line out off the side of the boat, put it in idle forward, obviously making sure not to run over your float line. Let it straighten out, and what it will do is just uncoil by itself. Just stay in idle forward for a couple hundred yards, it'll get nice and uncoiled. So to coil these back up, there are a few different techniques that we adopted from maritime line handling techniques from way back in the day, but they work really well for our purposes. The first one is that big loop style thing that Bill was talking about. So you're just basically going to have your arm's length, nice easy big loop that's around 6 foot. And the first one is going to be palm in. So here, let me show you. I don't know if you guys can see this. The second loop is going to be palm out. So you're actually turning the line palm out for that loop. Then find the line again, palm in, like this. Next is palm out. This works great for all PVC lines or our regular float lines, thicker lines where you can't really coil them around your forearm without having just a massive bunch of float line in your face. So again, first coil is regular. Second coil, turn your palm out and then grab the line. What that does is stop that half wrap from happening. So when you pay the float line back out, you're not going to get that issue. The other technique, and this pertains more to our skinny float lines and even our regular float lines since they're MFP back, hybridized, not full PVC, so you got that weight savings and very, very, very strong, also very puncture resistant proof actually. The MFP, you could stick needles through it all day and it's just not going to sink on you like a regular PVC line would. That's kind of one of the reasons why we developed these lines. Strength and weight savings are the other couple things. So anyway, to start coiling the skinny or the regular, put it in your palm facing you like this, and instead of going around your forearm like you regularly would with just a coil, what that does is co-mingle each coil, and it's very hard to get it to come back out the same way you put it in. I've had this issue before. I think we all have with float lines. Float lines just in general are kind of tangly things by nature. What I want you guys to have to do is to cross over each time you make a wrap. What that does is put wraps over wraps and doesn't allow them to commingle. So every time that you make a loop around your forearm, keeping it nice and tight, you make a crossover, and just continue to do that. Go a little faster here. And when you get to the end of the line, which I will soon here, just grab it where the crossover occurs. And with our float lines, they all come with a compression strap. just put the compression strap right over the line where it crosses up. And that's it. When you pay this back out, start with the part that was last and just pay it back out. If you've got a float on the back side and you can't get to the back part of it, take the float, throw it off the boat, making sure that the top is on top and the bottom is on bottom, and it should just pay right back out with minimal tangles. Anyway, I hope this helps you guys out, and good diving.